And so diving into today's episode, I wanted to share how I am actually navigating one of the most stressful seasons of my life. One I've never experienced before, in hopes that you may find some value and insight through my journey of learning and navigating through it. See, I wouldn't call it a full-blown tornado, but it certainly feels like it's testing many, many sides of me. And I'll be honest, it hasn't been easy. I've witnessed how it was starting to change my attitude and energy into something, quite frankly, I didn't like. It was getting ugly. I was beginning to catch myself falling into a victim mentality, which I've worked really hard on and never really made it my default mode of thinking in life. Whether it's a breakup, losing a client, job, etc., I rarely looked at moments of adversity with a woe is me attitude, but this situation had me constantly thinking thoughts like, why the hell is this happening to me? How did I get so unlucky? This is so unfair. And even blaming myself, like what I could have done to better protect myself from these people. Moreover, I caught myself complaining about the situation to literally anyone who would listen. These negative thoughts and feelings were literally zapping me dry of my natural, positive, and optimistic perspective in life. And I was starting to feel jaded about my experience living in Portugal. Until I had enough of feeling shitty about the situation. Not only was it all consuming and overshadowing so many other areas of my life that I was truly grateful for and happy and content with. And none of the positive affirmations worked for me. And personally, I have never prescribed to the school of thought that just repeating affirmations would solve my problems. Sure, there's plenty of scientific proof that positive thinking can help rewire our neural pathways in our brain. This explains neuroplasticity, but affirmations alone will not change the outcome of this situation, nor always lead to a change in behavior or my deeply ingrained subconscious thoughts. So I knew that no amount of positive affirmations, i.e., it will get better. I also knew no amount of complaining about it and festering in the negative energy would turn the situation around. What finally clicked though, for me, in getting out of this negative funk from sucking every bit of my positive energy out of me, was changing my frame of reference. This means, a set of criteria or perspective that we have and how we perceive and evaluate or understand something. It's the point of view that influences how we interpret our events and experiences in our life. So this meant I had to completely change the way I was looking at this situation and interpreting this stressful, unfortunate incident, or allow it to turn it into bitter resentment. That's when I reminded myself of my favorite Stoic concept, which I learned during the pandemic when I was diving into Stoicism for the very first time. And the phrase consists of just 2 words, but its philosophical meaning is so profound and quite frankly really beautiful, allowing me to change my frame of reference to reevaluate and see this situation through a more empowering lens. And that phrase is Amor Fati, which in Latin means love of fate. It's this idea and mindset of accepting how things happen in our lives, yes, even the bad, and external factors we can't control. Furthermore, Amor Fati is not about just accepting the bad circumstance in some passive way, but embracing it as part of my fate and turning it into something really great and an opportunity that benefits me in greater ways, or even if it's simply building my character in new ways. It's thinking too, ourselves, okay, I accept that this has happened in my life as part of my fate. So how can I now become better because of this has happened to me? How can I take the most of this and how can I turn this into an opportunity for something bigger and better in my life? If we examine this concept through the lens of Friedrich Nietzsche, he speaks of Amor Fati as a genuine love for everything that happens to you, even the very bad. He advocated for affirming all aspects of our lives, including the suffering and the hardships, as an essential component of our overall existence. He didn't believe in merely enduring the adversities and accepting it, but to really actively love it, affirm it, find meaning and value even in the most challenging circumstances. While the Stoics, on the other hand, see it as an idea of living in harmony with just the natural order and the cycle of our life, while still cultivating some virtue, personal growth, inner strength, and development. See, the Stoics' concept of Amor Fati resonates with me more than Nietzsche's because it feels more empowering without having to truly love the fact that something bad happened to me. And quite frankly, I'm not gonna love it, ever. Period. However, how it will all unfold is still TBD. But I am committed every day to wake up with this perspective and discover that opportunity for me and my future self. Moreover, I want to share with you how this concept now reminds me of how I choose to create my frame of reference. These are also the daily practices that are really playing a critical role in lifting me out of that all-consuming feeling of resentment that was building inside of me for a while. It's number one, practicing gratitude. I know this goes without saying, as you may have all heard now about the scientific benefits on the mental and emotional health of practicing gratitude. But for me, this conscious act of practicing gratitude has been helping me because it allows me to put things into perspective. That my life is not characterized by this one unfortunate incident, but I have many, many, many things that I'm really, really fortunate and grateful for in my life. And two, by zooming out on my life, I don't allow myself to narrowly focus all of my energy on this one incident in my life. It reminds me that my life is made up of so much more than this one little blimp, which may be insignificant in the future because of that it's just not worth exhausting my entire energy on, because other meaningful areas in my life deserve my attention and energy. And three, experiencing little joys in my life. This means finding many, many things and events in my life that still brings me joy and laughter, i.e. playing and cuddling with my little fur ball, baby Chia, or laughing so hard over silly things with my girlfriends, or feeling giddy about meeting someone I love who I haven't seen in a long time, to planning amazing trips this year with my friends and family, and so much more. This conscious effort in redirecting my energy to what lights me up. I know my life is not defined by this one unfortunate incident. As I actively embrace the concept of Amor Fati that I have deeply believed in for a while and live by, I am eagerly also anticipating and really curious about the emergence of a stronger, more empowered version of Chris O in the future. So, P.S. younger self, amidst life's twists and turns and through its seasons of ups and downs, remember, you are the architect of your life's quality. Embrace the wisdom that Amor Fati in times of hardships, for they will hold the seeds of greater opportunities for your future self. So let me know what you think about this, how and what helps you through hardships in life. Share below. And if this video brought you any value, do me a favor. It will really mean a lot to me. Like and subscribe, and check out this other video. I think you will also find value in that. Thank you.